somehow made him less American. Well, I am Muslim. I am an immigrant, and interestingly, from Africa. Is anyone surprised that I am being targeted? Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy to speak about American foreign policy? Or that they see me as a powerful voice that needs to be silenced? Frankly, it is expected, because when you push power, power pushes back. Representation matters. Continuing to expand our ideas of who is American and who can partake in the American experiment is a good thing. I am an American who was sent here.
In this video, we break down Representative Nicole Malliotakis' fiery speech exposing Ilhan Omar's disturbing record on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. From anti-American rhetoric to dismissing 9/11 as some people did something, Omar has shown time and time again that she does not belong on a committee that represents the United States to the world. Maliotakis sets the record straight, showing consistency, integrity, and a commitment to accountability. As a right-wing patriot, I'll share my honest reaction and explain why this fight matters for the future of America.
Is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to the gentlelady from the great state of New York, Nicole Malliotakis.
The gentlewoman from New York is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've heard from my colleagues the reasons why the Representative Omar should be removed from this committee, but I feel like all the reasons have not just yet been stated, which is why I rise to add for the record. We've heard about the comments that were made regarding anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli views, but I rise to add to the record that as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I've sat there and heard the representative actually spew anti-American rhetoric as well. I've been in that committee room where the representative equates Israel and the United States to Hamas and the Taliban. Absolutely unacceptable for a member of that committee. I've also heard the representative equate that it is the United States' fault that there is turmoil in Venezuela, that is not because of the oppressive socialist and communism that has spread throughout Central and South America in Venezuela at the hands of the Maduro and Hugo Chavez regimes. That is unacceptable. And as a New York representative, to hear the representative belittle, to try to diminish the worst terrorist attack on United States soil on September 11, 2001, as some people did something, that is unacceptable as well. And I hold the same standard for this side of the aisle that I do the other, because when another colleague on my side said something about 9/11, I also voted to have her removed from the Education Committee because I thought that was inappropriate. So I'm being consistent here, and I hope my colleagues will do the same to show that this is about consistency and accountability, because we should not have an individual with those views on the committee that is tasked with representing our country and our Congress to foreign nations. I yield back.
The gentlelady yields back.
Welcome back to A Listen Reacts. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button and smash the like, because this is the kind of truth that the mainstream media doesn't want you to hear. Every subscription, every share, every like helps us fight back against the censorship and propaganda that try to silence patriotic voices like ours. If you want unfiltered, unapologetic truth from a conservative perspective, this is the place to be. Now, let's dive right into what happened on the House floor. Representative Nicole Malliotakis of New York just gave one of the strongest, most powerful speeches I've seen in a long time, and it was aimed directly at Ilhan Omar. And let me tell you, folks, Maliotakis didn't hold back. She exposed Omar for what she is and reminded us all why Omar should have never been allowed to sit on the House Foreign Affairs Committee in the first place. Think about this. Omar isn't just guilty of anti-Israel comments. She isn't just guilty of anti-Semitic remarks that have outraged both Democrats and Republicans alike in the past. Maliotakis pointed out something even bigger. Omar has a long history of anti-American rhetoric. That's right. Not just anti-Israel. Anti-American. How on earth can someone with those views be trusted to sit on a committee responsible for representing the United States to the rest of the world? It's insane. Maliotakis gave us examples. She explained how Omar has stood in committee hearings and equated Israel and the United States, two democracies, two nations that fight to protect freedom, with terrorist groups like Hamas and the Taliban. Let that sink in. Hamas, a group that launches rockets into civilian neighborhoods. The Taliban, who behead people, abuse women, and harbor terrorists. And Omar thinks we are the same? That's not just wrong. That's an insult to every soldier who fought and died to keep America safe from those monsters. But Omar's rhetoric doesn't stop there. Maliotakis also reminded everyone that Omar blamed the United States for the turmoil in Venezuela. She didn't blame the socialist dictatorships. She didn't blame the corruption of Maduro and Chavez, who bankrupted that once rich nation. No, she pointed her finger at America. This is the same tired leftist playbook. Blame America first, excuse the tyrants. It's disgusting, and it shows you exactly what kind of worldview she brings into our government. And then we get to the part that every American should never forget, Omar's infamous words about 9/11. Instead of honoring the victims, instead of standing united with this country after the worst terrorist attack on American soil, Omar casually dismissed it as some people did something. Imagine how that felt to the families who lost loved ones in those towers, in the Pentagon, and on Flight 93. Imagine how it felt to every firefighter, every police officer, every soldier who sacrificed their lives in the war on terror. It wasn't just a poor choice of words. It was a window into how little respect she has for this country. Now here's what really stood out in Maliotakis' speech. She stressed the importance of consistency. She pointed out that when a Republican made inappropriate remarks about 9/11, she also voted to remove her from a committee. That's integrity. That's principle. And that's what sets real leaders apart from political hacks. Maliotakis wasn't playing politics. She was standing up for what's right, no matter which side of the aisle it comes from. This is what accountability looks like. It's not about silencing people you disagree with. It's about setting a standard for those who represent America on the world stage. The Foreign Affairs Committee isn't just some minor assignment. This is the face of America to foreign nations, our allies and our enemies alike. Do we really want someone like Ilhan Omar, who belittles 9/11, excuses socialist dictators, and equates America with terrorists, to be that face? Of course not. It's a disgrace to even consider it. Now, let's be honest here. Omar's defenders will call this racism, Islamophobia, or whatever label they can throw around to distract from the truth. That's their only defense, because they can't argue against the facts. They can't argue against her own words. The record is clear, and no amount of identity politics can change that. What Maliotakis did was brave, because she knows the left will come after her for it. But she put America first, and that's what we need more of in Washington. This whole situation shows us the bigger picture. The radical left has infiltrated Congress, and they're trying to normalize this kind of anti-American rhetoric. They want people like Ilhan Omar shaping U.S. foreign policy. They want to weaken America from within, undermine our values, and spread socialist poison while blaming America for the world's problems. And unless we fight back, they'll succeed. That's why it's so important for us to support strong conservatives who are willing to speak the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is. So, here's the bottom line. Ilhan Omar should not be anywhere near the Foreign Affairs Committee. Maliotakis is absolutely right to call her out and demand accountability. If we want to keep America strong, if we want to protect our future, then we need leaders who will stand up against the radical left and their dangerous agenda. Friends, this is why your voice matters. Don't stay silent. Share this video with everyone you know. Let people see the truth that the mainstream media will never show them. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and like this video, because we are not going to stop exposing corruption, hypocrisy, and the anti-American agenda that threatens our country.